Hello, hello.
How are we doing? How's it going?
I am doing well. What about you?
I'm doing good. I'm in like a different environment, so I feel a little
hmm
off my game. But overall, I'm excited to be here, and I think this was like an awesome Global Hack Week. So I'm very excited to do the recap here with you and everyone.
Yes, this was a very, very good one. I'm liking this new background behind you.
I feel like I blend in. Like I feel like I should have like stayed really still at the start of this, and we
Yep,
could have seen if the hackers spotted me or not.
a little camouflage in there. I
Yeah,
feel like that background you have right now would have been perfect for some of like the early lockdown when we were all screenshotting each other's backgrounds
yeah.
and using them as our virtual backgrounds. It's a very distinct one there.
Yes. Also, hello to all these folks. I love when people want to get on the stream and they like type in chat.
Yes.
It tickles me every time. I feel like that we've got a lot of that going on right now with all the hellos.
I am so
Oh,
here for it. Feel free
yeah.
to say hello in chat, and we will put you up on the stream.
We're gonna play Where's Mine? Exactly. That's the vibe I'm going for. I feel like if I had had like a white hat on, I really could have
Mhm.
accomplished it.
Could have
Really
absolutely
could have.
blended in there. Uh,
Awesome. Well, it's so great to see everyone. We're going to jump right into it here with some introductions, as always. Hopefully, you've been joining us all week, but in case you didn't see me and Mary at the opening ceremony or something else this week, we'll introduce ourselves real quick. I'm Ryan. I run the events team here at Major League Hacking, so I get to work with all of the amazing folks who make all of our member event hackathons, global hack weeks, workshops, conferences, all sorts of good stuff like that happen. And then next month, actually, I'm going to be going to Hack Princeton, which I haven't been to in like probably 4 or 5 years at this point. So I'm very excited to go. It might not be quite that long, but nonetheless, I'm very excited to go back and see how the event has changed. Mary, how about for you?
Yes, on my end, hello everyone. I'm Mary. I get to work here on first party events. So I work on a lot of the events we run inside of our Discord server, as well as Global Hack Weeks and some of our conferences. My fun fact is just that I'm really excited for Games Week. I think I spoke about this a little bit during Beginners Week. I'm not traditionally much of a gamer, but I've gotten much more into video games in 2024. And so I feel like I have more to bring to the table during Games Week next month. So I'm quite excited for that.
Nice. I like to think that I'm partially responsible for
Oh,
Mary getting more into video
100%.
games as well.
Yes,
I'll give
largely
myself a shout out there.
responsible.
In case this is maybe your first stream of the week or you missed some of the other ones earlier on, I do want to take a quick moment to talk about what exactly Major League Hacking is. We help run what we call the global hacker community, and it's our mission to empower hackers just like each and every one of you here. Whether you've been to many global hack weeks, this is your first one, you've been to lots of hackathons, or you've never been to one, by being at one of our events, you're a part of the community. We're very, very excited to have you with us. You're actually part of a community of over 625,000 hackers that we've worked with over our lifetime. I've been making this joke for like 4 months on record here, but I think we are actually creeping into the 700,000 territory now as well, which I'm really excited about. So we'll get an update to this slide soon. But ultimately we're here to talk about and wrap up AI ML week for Global Hack Week. And me and Mary are going to walk you through all of the awesome stuff that happened over the course of the week here, a couple of highlights and things like that, and make sure we give out some thank yous to all the folks who made it possible as well. With that, do you want to bring us along here, Mary?
I would love to. We had a really awesome week with you all and are so grateful that y'all decided to spend the last 6 days hacking with us. But dialing it back to about a week ago from now, back on day one, you all started out the week with our friends over at Oracle. They presented an awesome workshop on how to get started with Oracle machine learning. If you did not tune into this one, highly recommend going in and checking out the recording. This was some awesome content and a great way to use all of those Oracle credits that y'all were able to snag this week. In addition to that, on day one, y'all got to hang out with Sashika and learn about machine learning algorithms. I think this was the perfect way to start off the week. Super beginner friendly and really awesome base level knowledge at this workshop. So another awesome one to go and check out if you weren't able to catch it live. And huge shout out to Sashika there. And then y'all also got to do some prompt engineering. I know with all of the new ChatGPT and everything else going on in AI, prompt engineering has been such a big topic over the last year, and we haven't done any streams on this before. And Viniac was able to do a really awesome session on kind of how to make the most of those AI tools, and how to, learn the art of figuring out how to structure those prompts and make sure you're asking the right questions. So really, really cool stuff over from Viniac there. In addition to that, y'all got to dive into some data visualization. This is one of those topics that Global Hack Week hackers have loved for years at this point. And UT did some really cool content this past weekend, actually, on building a really robust data visualization and how you can actually dive into that and do that on your own. So huge shout out to all of those streamers. I know they'll get some thank yous later on, but was so impressed with the work on their end. Ryan, you want to tell us what we did on day 2?
Absolutely. So day 2 started off with working on an ML project with MATLAB. This was hosted by our good friend Steven, one of our most regular coaches and most regular streamers. Really awesome to see him using MATLAB and MathWorks for a Global Hack Week stream, and very cool to see it being used for machine learning. I watched actually a little bit of this one and really enjoyed it. Up after that, we had building an interactive web app to compare Pokemon with Streamlit. I'm surprised this didn't have a Power World spin on it, given the current interest of the world. But nonetheless, I really appreciate the work that went into this one. And again, very cool to see Streamlit used here. I know I've seen them a lot more recently at events, and awesome to see them make an appearance here for Global Hack Week. And that's it for day 2. What do we have for day 3?
Yes, rolling right along here into day 3. Y'all got to do some data visualizations with TyPy. If you haven't checked out TyPy yet, really amazing things you can use with their library there. And Steven did an awesome 2-part actual series on jumping into some of the Python integrations that you can make some awesome data visualizations with. So great stuff over there. In addition to that, y'all did some natural language processing NLP apps with David. I know I actually got to see some of these on DevPost, so huge shout out to all the hackers who built a project based on David's stream and went ahead and submitted those. What about day 4, Ryan?
Day 4, we had a stream for using TensorFlow to build ML models. This was hosted by Alberto, super, super talented. I know all of his streams go great. I didn't get the chance to catch this one myself, but I'm sure it was awesome and well enjoyed by all the folks there. In addition to that, we had working on your first retrieval augmented generation model, RAG model, which is not something I'd even heard of before this stream. So very cool to see this coming to Global Hack Week and getting in hackers' hands thanks to our friend David. After that, we discussed some tips and tricks for deciding your next AI ML project idea. I think this is one of those things I see hackers struggle with all the time, is that ideation phase. I always talk about just building stuff that is fun and cool, even if it's not super viable as a business. I really love hackathons for the ability to just create something silly or create something for the sake of creating it. And I know Carrie gave out some great tips and tricks at the stream. We also did creation of comics using AI. We had a packed day 4. I actually saw some of these earlier and was very, very excited about getting to show these off. Very, very cool use of AI here. I feel like comics have that iconic art style that make it really cool for AI generations. This is awesome to see. And there's a couple more here using AI Comic Factory. Awesome. What do we have for day 5?
Yes. So day 5, we had another packed day. Y'all got started with some supervised learning with machine learning. Gabby over here did some really informative sessions towards the end of this week. She always has incredible slides if you've not checked out her streams before, but really cool stuff on her end. And then in addition to that, y'all developed Firebase apps with machine learning. I was really hyped to see Alberta run this one. I know Firebase is one of those tools I see at hackathons all the time. That was one of the first things I ever implemented on my own. And so being able to take, one of those concepts maybe a lot of y'all are familiar with, and then add in the machine learning element to it is something I always love to see hackers do. I think a perfect way to get started learning something new. And then in addition to that, y'all did a Python for machine learning stream. You got to hang out with Ritvi for a little bit and hear how you could take maybe some of that base knowledge you have in Python and implement some machine learning with it, which is always very cool to do. And then one of my favorite things we did throughout the week was created some AI generated postcards. So Darth actually found this website. I thought it was very cool. If you didn't check this out, you get to let the model tell the model kind of what art style you want and what you want the poem to be about, and it will spin you up a little image as well as a poem to go onto it, and you can send these on to your friends and loved ones, and share them with them. So it was very cool to see a bunch of y'all doing that throughout the week. What do we get into on day 6?
Yeah, for sure. Day 6 was awesome, just as much as any other day. We wrapped up our mobile apps and NLP track with Carrie. I think she does a mobile development track of some sort at every GHW. I know that hackers always love these streams. I know tons of folks are interested in iOS and Android apps, and she does a great job of bringing that to the hackers. We wrote a stand-up set using LLMs as well, potentially a little dangerous, but I think it's a very fun opportunity to play around and have a good time with technology as well. So very cool to see this, and appreciate Gabby putting together the stream for everybody there. We worked on an image classifier as well, which was a great stream from David. This actually reminded me of a project I did back in college classifying musical minutes so you can read sheet music. And so it's very fun to see this again. Very cool stream here, and lots of cool applications for it across different hacks as well. We ran ML models on IoT boards as well. And this was from our good friend Ritvi. It looks like she's using a little emulator here, so anybody could follow along at home, even if they didn't have hardware in front of them. I'm a sucker for a good hardware hack at an event, so always nice to see us bringing more hardware hacks into the community. And with that, we have what's coming up next year, Mare.
Of course. I'm going to go a little bit out of order and take a question since we won't do a formal Q&A at the end of this. Someone's asking where we can catch the recordings. So right here on Twitch, you'll be able to see all of those recordings for the next 30 days, and then they do disappear from Twitch, but we keep them all over on our YouTube page. We actually have playlists over there of every single Global Hack Week over the past few years, and those stay up on YouTube forever. We're just at Major League Hacking on YouTube. You can find everything that we did throughout the week over there. But what is next? We have some really awesome Global Hack Weeks coming up the next few months. In March, we are doing Games Week. We are going to be building a lot of games there and also playing quite a few games. If you aren't registered yet for this one, make sure you get signed up. It's going to be here truly before we know it. Less than a month, we are kicking off Games Week. After that, we're going to jump into April. And of course, as is tradition, we are doing API Week in April, because April is for APIs, as I hope everyone here knows.
Shed Marie got us. API reunion. Our favorite joke of the year. So very excited.
My favorite. Make sure you get signed up for API Week as well. And then the next Global Hack Week, we actually just launched this morning. So some of you might have already seen it, but if you haven't quite yet, we are doing a Data Week in May. Particularly if you loved AI ML Week, Data Week is going to have a lot of kind of similar content and a lot of the kind of principles that you might have started working on this week over at Data Week. So make sure you join us in May. We'll get to do a lot of cool stuff that we maybe got started with this week.
Yes.
I'm excited for it.
Mary knows. Yes, it's absolutely the same. Mary knows this, but at my first hackathon, I actually won a prize for having a project that didn't work. So they had this like kind of silly prize for like a failure to launch. And I'm just now thinking we should have done like May Day in May or something like that, where it's like projects that don't quite work or something like that. Like I'm trying to think of other funny, silly Global Hack Week names. Although I suppose May Day would be confusing with Global Hack Week now that I say it out loud.
Yeah.
So, we'll workshop it.
Still an amazing idea. Oh, look, this is incredible. May Day.
It's absolutely saving my joke for me. That's huge. I love that.
That is incredible timing.
Yeah, shout out to May Day. My favorite check.
You know what?
I'm feeling generous. May Day. Congratulations, you've earned yourself a surprise prize. Take a screenshot of this year and open up a ticket in Discord. We'll send you some MLH swag as a thank you for hanging out with us.
Yes,
awesome.
I will leave your comment up for a second. Oh, Brad took it off.
Oh, sorry. I'll put it back up while we keep going.
Just
Here.
want to give them time to take that
Yeah,
screenshot.
of course.
Congrats, though. That is amazing. I did just drop this link in chat. You can sign up for all of those next 3 Global Hack Weeks right on globalhackweek.mlh.io. Go ahead and get registered right now so you don't forget to do so, and we can keep you updated on any updates as those events get closer. So very, very good stuff over there. We do have one other thing I wanted to make sure we called out. We're kicking off Web3 apps tomorrow. This is a completely virtual hackathon happening inside of our Discord server. Make sure you come and join us for this. This is one of my favorite events we do. We run a Web3 apps every single month. I know, Web3 is one of those topics that can be pretty intimidating, but is so popular right now and, huge amongst recruiters. So if you wanted to have a chance to finally kind of get started building on Web3 or on the blockchain, make sure you come and join us starting tomorrow. So very quick turnaround time there.
You got to sleep well tonight so that you can hack again tomorrow is what I'm really hearing there.
Exactly. And if you want to find any more events happening, make sure you check out our events page. We have hackathons happening basically every single weekend across the world. So if there is one happening near you, I highly recommend you go and go join it in person, meet some of the community in real life. Alrighty, Ryan, we have a very important question here. A timely comment came in.
We'd love to see it.
You want to tell us a little bit about swag?
Yes, so you can earn swag, and you at this point hopefully have already completed all these things, but we usually give you a little bit extra time. So if you're missing anything on this list, you can actually complete it right now. But if you register and check in for the week, if you submit an address to us and you complete our 3 partner challenges, so register a domain name with GoDaddy Registry, sign up for the GitHub Student Developer Pack, and sign up for an Oracle account, we're actually going to send you an envelope with stickers, a postcard, a little sticker sheet, some really awesome stuff in there to celebrate your, joining us for the week. If you're looking to earn some extra swag, we send everybody who checked into 5 live events a couple of extra stickers that are themed around the week as well. So if you have attended if you've attended at least 5 events live and checked in, you'll get that in your letter as well. And we do have this question about when our swag is going to arrive. Swag does take a different amount of time depending on where you're at in the world, anywhere from about 4 weeks inside the United States, all the way up to about 3 months if you're outside of the US in countries that we do a little bit less mailing to. India in particular is one of our biggest areas, but does have a lot of issues with their local postal system. So if you're in India, we just ask for you to be as patient as possible while those letters deliver. We promise we send one for everyone who earns it. You'll get an email from us that has all the information you need shortly after the event. And I think Wei was able to help out our friend here. If you just send that in Discord, we'll be able to help you out there with your surprise prize. We'll jump into our thank you here. Mary, do you want to get us going?
Yes, absolutely. We've got a bunch of people I want to give huge thank yous to. First ones are Kari, Viniak, and Steven. All 3 of these MLHers streamed this week technical streams, and so those take a ton of work to prepare. They did a really amazing job. Special shout out to Kari and Steven, who both did multiple technical streams and did tracks. Really awesome work from all 3 of you. In addition to that, we had David, Ritvi, and UT join us. Again, all 3 of these folks put on amazing technical workshops. Love to see it. And special shout out to UT, who did, I think, back-to-back streams last Saturday, and did nearly 6 hours of content on the Twitch stream. Incredible stuff. But a huge thank you to all 3 of these folks. Next up, we've got Gabriella, Dimmer, and Sashrika, who all ran different workshops for you. I know we got to shout out Sashrika earlier for her awesome intro workshop she did towards the beginning of the week to get you all started with AI and ML. Dimmer, of course, did a variety of different topics throughout the week. And then Gabriella kind of rounded out this week at the end here with some of her streams that we called out on the stream. Next up, we've got Alberto and Cecilia. Both of these folks did Today in Global Hack Week streams as well as some of the regular content. So huge appreciation to both of them. Give them a thank you if you see them around on the Discord. And then last, but certainly not least, I want to give a huge thank you to Rosendo and Siddharth. If you don't know who these two folks are, Rosendo works behind the scenes, working with all of our partners who make bringing Global Hack Weeks to the community completely free of charge possible. He deserves all of the love he gets from our community. So please flood the chat with thank yous for Ro, as well as Siddharth. If you haven't met Siddharth yet, you probably saw him around in Discord. He is the reason why we're able to get every single Discord ticket answered quickly. He is the reason that we're able to, get scoring out to y'all and your projects looked at and all of that stuff. There's so much work behind the scenes. So flood the chat with thank yous for him as well. Ro and Siddharth deserve all of those thank yous. They're wonderful and make these events possible. Yes, the best. Alrighty. I think we've got 3 more big thank yous I want to call out. If you didn't get to check out all of the offers from GitHub, Oracle, and GoDaddy Registry this week, they are still available to you today. We are going to be closing everything down tomorrow, though, so make sure you take advantage of them. If you haven't grabbed them yet, though, a quick refresher on what they all are. GitHub is giving you all the student developer pack on an expedited timeline. So if you grab it through Global Hack Week, you kind of bypass the waitlist and get it much quicker. There's so much good stuff in there that you can use not only at Global Hack Week, but maybe in your schoolwork or projects you're doing outside of this. Oracle gave every single hacker here $500 of Oracle credit, and that credit is good for the next 30 days. So still plenty of time to use it if you haven't already. If you aren't sure what to do with it, though, make sure you go and check out the recording of their workshop. It'll actually be linked in the last email that you get from us about this event. So you could go and check it out and use up some of that credit that you got from them. And then, of course, GoDaddy Registry gave every hacker here a free domain name. If you have not scooped your domain name yet, make sure you go and grab that as well. That code should be good through the end of the day today. Alrighty, Ryan, any last words from you? I think that's all we have for everybody today.
I'm going to plug my own suggestion here. You were talking about that Oracle credit. I feel like if you're looking to use some of that Oracle credit, come check out Web3 Apps this weekend. We'll do one more plug for the event. But no, this was an awesome Global Hack Week. We had so many active people participating. Really appreciate all of the hackers who come and enjoy these events. I really appreciate you all spend your time with us, and we don't take that for granted. And hopefully we'll see you again at another event sometime soon.
Yes. Happy hacking, everybody. We will see you next month.